What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with the conqueror, the man who has won the Arnold Classic twice already, beating one of the greatest bodybuilder of all time, Dexter Jackson. Interestingly, in both the Arnolds that William Bonac won, first one in 2018 and then the other one in 2020, the runner-up was the Blade. So Bonac has released this leg update as we are 2 weeks out of the Arnold. And at this point, all the guys have just 1 or 2 more leg days to go. This update is very similar to Big Ramy's quad update released yesterday. As William Bonac said in an interview, it is a redemption show for both Big Ramy and him as well. Because both Ramy and Bonac were really disappointed after this past Olympia. Their coach Chad Nichols made this narrative that both his guys will be number 1 and number 2. But sadly, both of them missed their mark in terms of conditioning. And we know Bonac is a guy who is always spot on. And that was the reason people were forced to eat their words the moment Bonac stepped on the Arnold Classic stage last year. So will the history repeat itself? Or is Bonac done and age is catching up to him? The old school bodybuilding approach has always been this. You have to look flat, soft and depleted at a certain point during your prep to look absolutely best on stage. And Nick Walker and his coach Matt Jensen always follow this approach. It is kind of funny for a guy like Nick, who looks so ready to jump on stage anytime, that he still has some doubts in his mind. Listen for yourself.
I know I'm improving a lot, but it's like I said, the extent of being in prep for so long, it starts to fuck with you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah.
But that is where his coach Matt jumps in to make sure that mentally Nick is in a great spot. The energy levels aren't very high at this point, and that's understandable, because that is part of the process. And at this point, 2 weeks out, it is all about refining things now. Nick Walker also confirmed on his podcast that he will be guest posing twice by the end of March. So that is gonna be a treat to watch, because by that time, I'm sure Nick will be blown up and we will get to see a different and a blown up version of Nick Walker.
We're driving down to Utah because I have a guest posing. And then literally the weekend of April 1st, I have to be in Canada for Dorian's show as a guest poser.
Remember, both Nick Walker and Derek Linsford have also been scheduled to guest pose at Pittsburgh Pro in May. The rivalry that started last year, that is gonna continue. But for Nick to be considered a top contender going into the Olympia this year, he will have to win this year's Arnold. That is a tight waist for Patrick Moore, but just not enough size, especially for a show like Arnold Classic. I am sure he will have plans to compete Post Arnold Classic as well, because only the winners will get to qualify for the Olympia this year. And Patrick looks far, far away from winning the Arnold, and that's just me being real. If I'm not mistaken, Patrick is in his late 30s, which makes the time span left to be competitive at the top level extremely small. He is a former top 10 Olympian, and he accomplished that on his Olympia debut. And that was on the basis of his conditioning. He is surely bigger now, so his calling here is to bring that 2019 condition back with the added size. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.